purpose in motion, focus in motion. I came across a preaching by a man. I'm trying to find out his name. All right, before I remember that, Andrew Murray, one of the great saints that passed through this world, labored a lot in South Africa. That is Andrew Murray. He said, there are two main things anybody should do in your life. Number one, find out the purpose why you are alive. Number two, fulfill it. Find out the reason for your existence, and the next thing to do with your life, fulfill it. Charles Blair was the man I was trying to remember. He was an associate of Maurice Cerullo. He said the greatness of a man consists of the realization of the purpose for which he lives, and his willingness to pay the price to fulfill that purpose. You can know that a man is great if he understands the purpose why he lives, and the man or the woman is ready to pay the price to fulfill that purpose. Somebody say amen. You must, at every point in your life, understand who you are, why you are, what profit and what benefit your life must mean to your generation. That is why even in the preaching of the message, we write objective. What is the purpose of this preaching? So that it's not a blanket preaching. You are running through the town. Somebody called me the other day. We spoke this afternoon. And he said he watched the all night. A big man. He said he watched that all night. He said you preach a message less than 15 minutes. And it has 7 points. The key of David. He said it impacted him so much, and he realized that somebody can preach in 10 minutes, in 15 minutes, and make more sense than somebody who can preach in 2 hours without you knowing what to pick. It's all a matter of a sense of purpose, a sense of vision. Am I communicating at all? If you are here, say amen. If you are here, say a louder amen. If you are here, say a louder amen. Let me give you a story in focus. Not too palatable, take your seat. It was in the year of 1979 that I fasted 3 days for the first time as a young boy of 11 years old. 3 days dry. With other young, it was just like this, exactly like this. It was a youth camp meeting. People of different ages. But in that case, they were somewhere as young as 11. So all the way to early 20s, 21, were in that kind of camp meeting. It happened in Western High School, Tukpo. That was where it happened. And we're there. And the first day, one of the young men who were fasting together, the same age with myself. And I said to him, how far will they fast? This was around 3 o'clock. He said, oh, I forgot. I ate. We were fasting for 3 days dry. The first day, he forgot. All right? Let's go. Second day, we're talking. I said, oh, so how far will the fast? He says, I forgot again. The second day, he forgot and ate. You know, people don't fail in life by accident, too. Of course, by the third day, I'm not sure there was any need to ask any question anymore. And in those days, when we fasted for 3 days, we fasted for 3 full days. We broke the fast by 12 midnight, because midnight is the end of the third day. Long story made short, I heard that at a point in his life, this guy could lay hands on somebody, a sick person healed on the spot, and the power of God will lift the person from the bed, sick bed, down, healed. But purpose deprived him of destiny. no focus, no purpose. Time came when he left the way of the faith, began to drink, began to womanize. Children from more than one woman. Am I communicating at all? I came across this guy and I realized he wasn't doing well in life. And I said, is there any business you would like to do? The same guy. I would like to assist you. I'm now in ministry and God is helping. I would like to assist you. He said, let him go and think about it. He didn't know what to do with his life. Is there anything? If there is a business you like to do, I would like to assist you with money. You are not begging the money. You are not begging the money. Think about what to do. I will give you the money. So let me go and think about it. That is, you don't have what to do. You don't have money. You don't have what to do. Yet there is nothing on your mind you would want to do in case there is money. So let me go and think about it. He returned back after 6 months. That's half a year. And he said, there is something I am thinking I can do. So I gave him the money. He returned back after another 6 months and returned the money without doing anything. That was where, I hope you are tracing the story. The same person who forgot that he was fasting and ate the food. The first day, ate the food. The second day, in a 3-day fast that was declared and everybody had notice. Is that same person I'm talking about till now? The plague of visionlessness is the pathway to the life of uselessness. Anybody visionless today is useless tomorrow. The plague of visionlessness is the pathway to the life of uselessness, is the pathway to the life of wastefulness. When I grew up as a young man, and I'm still very young, I think you know I'm very young. I am around 26 years old. Is that not how I look? The only difference is that I have been 26 years for more than 20-something years. I'm sure you know that now. I have been 26 years for more than 28 years that I have remained at 26. One of the things I feared the most in life was to live a wasted life. From youth, I will fast, I will pray. Lord, may I not waste my life. Lord, may you show me on time what to do with my life. Lord, may I not pour my life's time and energy in the wrong direction. I will fast, I will fast. I had a fasting schedule. I will pray for 3 hours in the morning before I come out. And after I have come out, I was still not satisfied. My lips will move at every given opportunity. As I was praying for purpose in life, I was also praying for who I will marry. I didn't pray, Lord, where is the wife? That wasn't my prayer. Lord, may I not end with the wrong woman, because I can't manage a bad marriage. I don't know how I can survive it. Every time I remembered life, I remembered ministry, I remembered purpose, I remembered ministry, I remembered marriage, I remembered assignment. It was a passionate prayer until one day, one of my friends told me, said, the whole of you, when I see you, the only thing I see is desire. You are so desperate. Of what use is it entering a car before you decide where you are going? You enter the motor park, and it is after you have entered the vehicle before you ask, where is this car going? You woke up in the morning to eat food, to wear cloth, to dress well, to spray perfume, and do your hair nicely in order to achieve what? You ate the food to get the energy to realize what? You slept in the night to rest from doing what? God rested after he walked. You are resting after what walk? I want something to explode inside you. I want you to be angry on the inside. Now, as John the Baptist saw that he was the voice crying in the wilderness, he insisted that he didn't cry in the synagogue. He located himself accordingly in the wilderness. He knew who he was, and he knew where he was to do what he was to do. If there is any prayer you are going to pray out of this conference, Father, deliver me from the plague of aimlessness. Deliver me from the plague of aimlessness. Deliver me from the plague of vain pursuits. Deliver me, Lord. Deliver me. You know, I heard that the easiest way to catch a lion in some of the jungles in Eastern Africa, I heard that they put multiple focus in front of the lion, like a four-leg stool or anything, multiple focus. He's trying to look at this because he's trained to focus on one thing per time and dive at it. So he looks at this one and looks at this one, looks at this one. In the analysis of diverse focus, he entered paralysis. He is weakened by lack of focus. He is rendered energyless, and he becomes a cheap victim. Lack of focus is a killer of energy and a killer of destiny. Lack of focus is a destroyer of energy, is a destroyer of destiny. Lack of focus. People end up nowhere when they attempt to get everywhere. Somebody say a loud amen. Somebody say a loud amen. Most of the youth of our generation, they cannot be burning lights. Why? Because their lives are not focused. Minds that wander in 1,000 directions. Wandering minds. Why is it that some people think that youthfulness means unseriousness? That's where you see the most unserious dress type. Unserious. The most unserious hairstyle. The most unrealistic behavior style. Who says so? Where you mind determines where you end. Your end is in your mind. Why you see the madman scattered like that is because the mind is scattered. Why are there some youth looking scattered? I don't understand the rationale between the genes and the one that is scattered on the body. I don't understand the rationale. I don't know why the status of madness has become enviable. How the status of insanity is enviable. Hair scattered like a madman's hair. All in the name of I am youth, in the name of permissiveness, in the name of antinomianism. That is going against everything that is normal. If it is normal, I don't want it. I must be against the norm. All are the products, the outflow of a mind that is not correctly focused. If you saw David, when the brothers were at home whiling away their time with unserious matters, he was at the backside of the desert, focusing like an adult, looking after sheep, playing the instrument, worshiping Jehovah. If you look at Joseph, when the brethren were doing their thing, he was a man alone. It is time to get serious so that life can get glorious. It is time to get focused so you can confirm a future for yourself. It is a time to get purposeful so life can become powerful. When I grew up as a child, I spoke above my age. I thought above my age. When I spoke, one of the people in my neighborhood, they have the capacity to give birth to me. Her son was my age mate. She said, how do you speak? You speak like an adult. When I talked with my father, age 11, age 12, age 13, we reason almost at the same level. When he says something, I'll reply him almost in proverbial forms. He was complaining about some people who went to university and they are not behaving like graduates. I was around 11 or around 12, between that in the teenage years. We were talking. I said, oh no, they went to university. University never went through them. You say, wow, that's right. Tie and suit, age 19, 20, neat, sharply shine shoes. I was counseling people who were married when I was single, how to do it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So our challenge is prolonged childhood syndrome. We remain children for too long. Prolonged adolescent syndrome, prolonged chronic childhood syndrome. We behave too childish for too long. When we should begin to think mature matters and think future and think destiny, we are still thinking babyish. Don't let your classmate determine your steps per time, because you may be in class with them, but your destiny is different from theirs. Somebody say a loud amen. Is somebody getting anything here tonight? And that will lead me to the point number 2. Because number 2 most times is the challenge why number 1 exists. Number 2, if we are going to born, we born